Excellencies, it's indeed a great pleasure to have you, despite your busy schedule, to speak with us on Arise News TV. Well, you are a global phenomenon. Oftentimes you travel to countries having crisis, most times emanating from a just concluded election, and then peace is restored. But this is your own country, Nigeria. And there are 3 off-cycle elections: Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi. Excellency, sir, what's your message to the people as they go to the polls?
Thank you so much. First, let me congratulate the people of Bayelsa State, Imo State, and Kogi State for almost completing 4 years of governance and now going in for another round of elections. We call on all the people from these 3 states, Bayelsa, Kogi, and Imo State, to conduct themselves in a way that will not bring security issues to the states and the nation. We as politicians, and indeed those who follow us, know that misconduct during elections could result to crisis. And for us, the politicians, we must not encourage criminality in the electoral processes. Nobody's political ambition is worth the blood of any Nigerian, and we must know that. If you meant well for your people and you want to govern them, you wouldn't recruit thugs to maim or kill them. You cannot kill and govern the graves. You must govern people that are alive. You must encourage these young people to go to school or get something to do, not talk business. See, the political recruitment process is critical in the growth of nations. The recruitment process must be clean, especially through the electoral processes. And for that, every stakeholder must play its role to ensure that the process is credible and will bring the best for us. So we use this unique opportunity to call the electoral management body, the security agencies, and other stakeholders to do their job professionally and make sure that elections in these 3 states are done in line with our laws and in line with global best practice. Thank you for this morning. I wish the Bayelsa people, the Kogi people, and the Imo people well. And I wish everybody success.
Okay, Excellency, you have great expectations for Saturday's election. We're coming from a National Assembly and presidential elections, and that's in the past. The courts have decided Nigeria must move on. How then can the Independent National Electoral Commission win the confidence of the people with these 3 off-cycle elections?
Thank you so much. No, we just finished major elections early part of this year. Of course, the courts have decided some are still pending in courts. And wherever there are disputes, the electoral management body, in this case INEC, has to learn. And I believe that the elections in these 3 states will even be better than the general elections, because every round of election, both the security services and the electoral management bodies are supposed to continue to upgrade their skills, sharpen their methodology, and make sure that as we progress with more elections, it will continue to get better and better. Definitely, the elections are better than what it was. I became active politician from 98, 99, or even before that time, I knew what was happening. Before, people didn't even talk about going to vote. Now people are voting. Yes, people may not be comfortable in one way or the other, but basically, the elections are improving gradually. Yes, there are some areas where people are not too comfortable, but basically, the Nigerian elections are improving. So I believe that these 3 off-season elections, INEC will do better than previous elections.
Oftentimes, it is the youth that are used to perpetrate violence. But it appears there is a reawakening that oftentimes also the children of politicians are not out there as thugs. As a father of this nation, give a direct message to them about Saturday. They need to be alive for a better tomorrow that they hope for, actually.
Definitely, whenever the issue of thuggery is mentioned relating to our elections, I feel sad. I feel terribly sad. Because why will some young men arrogate to themselves that unenvious title of a thug? And it becomes a business. Thuggery and armed robbery, they are the same things. They use the same weapons, they do the same stealing of what does not belong to them. So if you're a thug, you're an actual and armed robber. And nobody should give a Christian name to it. Now, advising young people that people should not use you as thugs to go and kill people, to go and steal and destroy things. I believe, yes, the economy is a factor. Not absolutely, but the economy is a factor. And I believe that when the economy continues to improve and we encourage compulsory education, this issue of thugs will begin to reduce. But for now, I advise young people not to take the risk, because I'm sure, though I'm not in government, that the security agencies will not allow this thuggery to continue to endure and begin to create problems for our electoral process. And those of us who have been recruiting these thugs, please, 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 if you like us, you like your people, you like the country, you like your state, don't recruit thugs to cause mayhem.
Finally, Your Excellency, sir, Bayelsa is your home state, one of the states where these off-cycle elections will take place. A direct message to the people. Ours is a littoral state. 70% water, arguably, they say. And of course, the creeks, the hinterlands, the rivulets, the rivers, the seas will be busy. And then they eventually get home. What are your expectations? Few pockets of violence, actually. But then the security can up their game. Your message, finally, sir.
Well, for my people of Bayelsa State, we know our state is not a very, very big state. Our state is not yet developed. So we must avoid crises that would frighten people that will want to invest in the states. Elections will come and go. Politics is not about do or die. Look at the political actors. Today they are in one party, the next day they are in another party. They dine with A today, they are dining with B tomorrow. So politics is a game, it's a contestation for leadership. It should be contestation for ideas, not with guns and machetes. So our people must embrace peace. That is the only way we can attract investors. The government alone cannot create jobs. If we must create jobs for teeming young graduates and school leavers, that means that the private sector must be strong in the state. And if we continue to get involved in criminality and push away the private sector, we cannot blame anybody who becomes a governor. So for us, Bayelsa State must conduct elections peacefully.